Hello viewers, in the previous lecture we have discussed ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal N RT. After that, van der Waals equation of state for real gas, that is P plus A by V square into V minus B is equal N RT. After that, we discussed critical constant. First one is critical temperature. It is the temperature below which the continuous increase of pressure on a gas ultimately brings about liquefaction, and above which no liquefaction takes place, no matter whatsoever pressure be applied. And critical pressure, the pressure required to liquefy the gas at critical temperature is called critical pressure, and the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas under these conditions is called the critical volume. Then we discuss the relation between van der Waals constant and critical constant. Critical pressure is Pc is equal A by 27 B square. Critical volume is Vc is equal 3B, and critical temperature is Tc is equal 8A by 27 Rb. A and B are the van der Waals constants here. After that, law of corresponding of states. This principle states that if the pressure, volume and temperature of a gas are replaced respectively with the corresponding reduced state, then all gases will behave in essentially the same manner, and the equation is pi plus 3 by phi square into 3 phi minus 1 is equal 8 theta. Here pi is P by Pc, Pc is the critical pressure here, V by Vc is phi, Vc is again critical volume, and T by Tc is theta, Tc is critical temperature. Now in this lecture we will discuss some more equation of states for real gases. After that, we will discuss continuity of states, and then we will derive the Maxwell distribution equation for molecular velocities. So let us start with equation of states for real gases. Real gases laws try to predict the true behavior of a gas better than the ideal gas law by putting in terms of describe attractions and repulsions between the gas molecules. These laws have been determined empirically or based on the molecular interactions or from statistical mechanics. Redlich-Kwong equation, that is P is equal RT by Vm minus B minus A by Vm, Vm plus B into T to the power 1 by 2 is equal RT. Here P is the pressure and Vm is molar volume here, R is the ideal gas constant, T is the temperature, A is empirical constant and B is also an empirical constant. Here A and B are not identical to the A and B in the van der Waals equation. Now just discuss what is the relation between Redlich-Kwong parameter and critical constants. Here A is equal R square Tc to the power 5 by 2 by 9 Pc into 2 to the power 1 by 3 minus 1, and B is 2 to the power 1 by 3 minus 1 RTc by 3 Pc. Now a somewhat more accurate modified Birth law equation, that is P is equal RT by V into 1 plus 9 P Tc by 128 Pc into T into 1 minus 6 Tc square by T square. Here P is the pressure, again Pc is the critical pressure, V is the volume here, and R is the ideal gas constant. T is the temperature and Tc is critical temperature here. Now, next equation is Dieterici equation. This Dieterici equation is another 2 parameter equation. This is P is equal RTE to the power A by RT Vm by Vm minus B. Here P is again pressure and R is ideal gas constant, Vm is molar volume and T is temperature, A is empirical constant here and B is again an empirical constant. Now, the relation between Dieterici parameters A and B and the critical constants, because these are not same as van der Waals constant. So, that is Vm is equal to B, Tc is equal A by 4 Br and Pc is equal A by 4 B square into e to the power minus 2. Next equation is the Clausius equation. This equation is simple 3 parameter equation of state. It is P plus A by T Vm plus C square into Vm minus B is equal RT. P stands for pressure, T stands for temperature here, R is gas constant, Vm is molar volume and A, B, C, these are parameters. The relation between Clausius parameters and critical constants. A is equal Vc minus RTc by 4 Pc and B is equal 3 RTc by 8 Pc minus Vc. C is equal 27 R square Tc cube by 64 Pc. Tc stands for critical temperature, Pc is critical pressure here and Vc is critical volume. Now, another equation is virial equation of state. The virial equation is popular because the constants are readily obtained from statistical mechanics. The virial coefficients are readily fitted to experimental data because it is a linear curve fit. The virial equation of state is P is equal RT by Vm into 1 plus Bt by Vm plus Ct by Vm square plus dt by Vm cube plus dash. Here P is the pressure, R is the ideal gas constant, Vm is molar volume and T is temperature here and B, C, D, these are the constant for a given temperature. Now, let us discuss the principle of continuity of states. The transition from liquid to vapor and vice versa generally takes place suddenly and the two states can be sharply distinguished from each other. Yet, there occurs a possibility of passing from one state of aggregation to the other without involving sudden change. So, for theoretical consideration, it becomes essential to show that the liquid state does not refer to a sharp and discontinuous transition from gaseous state, but rather a continuation of gaseous phase into region of very strong intermolecular attractions, where the volume becomes very small. So, here is a graph. This graph is the continuity from liquid to gaseous state. It is evident from this graph here that as a horizontal portion represent the two phases in equilibrium, all points inside this dome correspond to equilibrium between liquid and vapor state. For such points, always becomes possible to draw a sharp distinction between liquid and vapor, because there is a definite boundary surface between the two phases. For points lying outside the dome, there is only one phase. Here is vapor phase and here is liquid phase. So, there is not possibility to draw any sharp distinction between liquids and vapor. So, this fact is act as the principle of continuity of states. The principle of continuity of state is a liquid is near the critical point is just a highly compressed gas. This definition will be definitely based on number density, that is molecules per unit volume. The number density of the fluid must be low, enough that only collisions between two molecules at a time need to be considered. More specifically, the mean free path must be much larger than the molecular diameter. Such a fluid will be termed as a dilute gas. Let us start the distribution of molecular speed. If you remember, in kinetic theory of gases, we use the average velocity of the particles to derive the ideal gas equation. The molecules of a gas are continuously colliding with each other and with the walls of the container. As the collisions are supposed to be perfectly elastic and there is no net loss of kinetic energy. So, this is very difficult to speak of the speed of the individual molecule here, because the gas particles do not all have the same velocity, but we can only obtain a distribution of molecular speeds at a given temperature. The distribution of molecular speeds Fv in the ideal gas at thermal equilibrium is given by Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. The manner in which the molecules of a gas are distributed over the possible speed ranges were first investigated by J.C. Maxwell in 1886. Maxwell pointed out that in spite of a particular velocities remain almost constant, such a state is called steady state. This term steady state does not mean that all the velocities of individual molecule remain unchanged. It only implies that if some molecules change their velocities due to collision, an equal number of molecules acquire their velocities which they were possessing prior to collisions. Thus, the distribution of velocities remain unchanged. The distribution depend on the ratio m by t, where m is the mass of a gas particle and t is the temperature. We can see that average molecular speed for a common gases at room temperature, that is 300 Kelvin, are generally a few hundred meters per second. So, it is very difficult us to speak about their molecular speed. So, here is a graph. This graph shows that the Maxwell-Boltzmann speed distributions for different gases at different temperature. At 1000 Kelvin, at 600 Kelvin you can see here, and 300 Kelvin, at 100 Kelvin. So, we can make two observations here. With increasing the temperature, the distribution broaden and shift the peak to higher velocity. As T3 is higher temperature, so the distribution curve is broadened here. And another plot is here. You can see here that there are some gases, chlorine, nitrogen and methane and hydrogen. As you can see here that on decreasing the mass of the gas particle, there is the same effect as we noticed in previous graph. Heavier particles have a slower, narrower distribution than lighter particles here. You can see that this is the lightest particle. So, this curve is broadened here. James Clerk Maxwell calculated the distribution of velocities from the laws of probability. He derived the following equation for the distribution of molecular velocities. The equation is dnc by n is equal 4 pi m by 2 pi kt to the power 3 by 2 into c square e to the power minus mc square by 2 kt into dc. Here dnc is the number of molecules having velocities between c and c plus dc. N stands for the total number of molecules, m is the mass of the molecule, T is the absolute temperature here, and K is the Boltzmann constant. So, let us derive this distribution equation for molecular speed. Consider a molecule with velocity c having its components along 3 axes at right angles Vx, Vy and Vz, and considering the probability Pvx, dVx that a particle has a velocity component Vx in a range dVx that is lies between Vx and Vx plus dVx. So, the kinetic energy E associated with velocity component, it is given by E is equal 1 by 2 mvx square. Thus, since each velocity component may be treated independently, according to probability theory, the total probability of finding a particle with components Vx, Vy, Vz in the range dVx, dVy, dVz is just the product of the probabilities for each component. So, that is Pvx, Vy, Vz into dVx into dVy, dVz. It is Pvx, dVx into Pvy, dVy into Pvz, dVz. Boltzmann had shown that the probability for a molecule to have an energy E was proportional to e to the power minus E by kT. We can equate this probability with Pvx. So, Pvx is directly proportional to e to the power minus E by kT. With Pvx dVx, the equation is Pvx dVx is equal A into e to the power minus E by kT into dVx. A is the proportionality constant here, as we know that E is half mvx square. So, by substituting the value of E in previous equation, we will get Pvx dVx is equal A into e to the power minus mvx square by 2 kT into dVx. As I told you before, A is the proportionality constant here and we can calculate it right now. As we know that since the velocity component can have all values between plus infinity and minus infinity, it follows that the probability of a value of Vx between these limits must be unity. In other words, we can say that the integral of Pvx dVx between plus infinity and minus infinity must be unity. So, the equation is integration minus infinity to plus infinity Pvx dVx is equal integration minus infinity to plus infinity A into e to the power minus mvx square by 2 kT into dVx is equal 1. So, the equation is integration minus infinity to plus infinity a into e to the power minus mvx square by 2 kt into dvx is equal 1. So, now we will put a here in place of m by 2 kt. So, the equation is integration minus infinity to plus infinity into a e to the power minus a vx square into dvx is equal 1. We can make use of the definite integration here, as we know that integration minus infinity to plus infinity into e to the power minus a vx square into dvx is equal root pi by a. Now, we will substitute this value in previous equation and we will get a into root pi by a is equal 1. Now, we can calculate the value of proportionality constant from this equation, that is a is equal root a by pi. Now, we will put the value of a here, a is m by 2 kt. So, now the proportionality constant a is root m by 2 pi kt. Now, we will put this value of a in our previous equation. The equation is pvx dvx is equal m by 2 pi kt to the power 1 by 2 into e to the power minus mvx square by 2 kt into dvx. This equation is called the Maxwell's distribution equation of molecular velocities in one dimension, in x axis only. So, the Maxwell distribution of molecular velocities along y axis is pvy dvy is equal m by 2 pi kt to the power 1 by 2 into e to the power minus mvy square by 2 kt into dy. So, the Maxwell distribution of molecular velocities along z axis is pvz dvz is equal m by 2 pi kt to the power 1 by 2 into e to the power minus mvz square by 2 kt into dz. The probability that a gas particle has velocity component Vx in the range Vx to Vx plus dVx is Pvx dVx, where Pvx is the probability distribution function. As each velocity component may be treated independently, I told you before, the total probability will be of finding a particle with components Vx, Vy, Vz in the range dVx, dVy and dVz is the product of the probabilities for each component. So, the equation is Pvx, Vy, Vz into dVx, dVy, dVz is equal Pvx dVx into Pvy dVy into Pvz dVz. Now, we will put the values of all these equations, that is m by 2 pi kt to the power 3 by 2 into e to the power minus m by 2 kt into Vx square plus Vy square plus Vz square into dVx dVy into dVz. So, this equation is for 3 one dimensional distribution of molecular speeds. We require an expression which gives the fraction of molecules with the velocity between c and c plus dc regardless of the direction. These are molecules whose velocity points lie within a spherical shell of thickness dc at a distance c. So, this shell has the volume equal to the integral of dVx, dVy, dVz in above equation over the spherical shell. Now, we will calculate the volume of this shell, that is volume of outer shell minus volume of inner shell. So, volume of shell is 4 by 3 pi c plus dc cube minus 4 by 3 pi c cube, that is 4 by 3 pi c cube plus dc cube plus 3c square into dc minus 4 by 3 pi c cube. Now, by solving this, we get 4 pi c square into dc. Now, we will multiply this value in previous equation. Now, the equation is P c dc is equal 4 pi m by 2 pi k t to the power 3 by 2 into c square e to the power minus m c square by 2 k t into dc. This expression is called the Maxwell distribution of speeds. The term PCDC can also be written as dNc by n. The quantity dNc by n gives the fraction of molecules with speeds between c and c plus dc. As we know that m is equal m by n, molecular mass is equal molar weight by Avogadro's number. So, Boltzmann constant is equal R by n, that is ideal gas constant by Avogadro's number. So, now we can write the Maxwell distribution equation in terms of R and m. So, the equation is Pc dc is equal 4 pi capital M by 2 pi RT to the power 3 by 2 into c square e to the power minus mc square by 2 RT into dc. This equation is Pc dc is equal 4 pi m by 2 pi kt to the power 3 by 2 into c square e to the power minus mc square by 2 kt into dc. Now, by dividing this equation by dc, we get 1 by n into dnc by dc is equal 4 pi m by 2 pi kt to the power 3 by 2 into c square e to the power minus mc square by 2 kt. Here dNc is number of molecules having velocities between c and c plus dc, and n is Avogadro's number, m is the mass of the molecule, T is the absolute temperature here, and K stands for Boltzmann constant. In the next lecture, we will discuss 3 different types of molecular velocities: most probable velocity, root mean square velocity, and average velocity.